My name is Wendy Oppers and I'm with the Alberta Environment and Parks and I'm a Community Engagement Lead. Today we're here releasing the Fish in Schools program, fish that were reared in the classroom. The students got the eyed eggs in January and they reared them to a fed fry stage in a special design tank in their classroom. So today they're out learning about the needs of wild fish and where their fish that they've been rearing are being released, and so they've tested the water here, they've looked at good habitat quality for their fish, and they've just concluded releasing their fish. So it's been a great day to get them out and to look at the ecosystems in their community, talk a little bit about what the needs of fish are, what affects them, what creates a healthy ecosystem and environment for their fish. The students here did a really great job at rearing their fish. They got 65 eyed eggs and they released 49 of them today, so they had a 70+% release rate and success rate, which is great because normally the students can expect between 50 to 53% of their fish to survive, so they definitely achieved above average success rate.
My name is Vanessa Valgerdson and I teach grade 6 homeroom at Lakie Middle School, as well as two options, archery and fishing education. In my career I realized that if I loved doing what I was doing in the classroom, then the kids would be apt to love it too. So early on I started to integrate some of my personal passions into my teaching and my curriculum, one of which is fishing and the whole realm of outdoor education. So I started way back, probably 18 years ago, a little fishing program at Gilbert Patterson's school where I taught the kids some basics about fishing, and we would walk over to Henderson Lake and fish. And the really nice thing in that is not only were they learning to fish and a little bit about fish and the environment and the fishery itself, but I would see those same kids after school making new friends and heading out to fish over at the lake. So I decided that it was a pretty worthwhile endeavor. So then when I moved over to Lakie Middle School, I decided to continue with the option, and I made it better by certifying in my fishing education. I've made all kinds of contacts, from fish and wildlife officers to now Wendy Oppers, who was here with us today. And I applied last year to be able to raise these rainbow trout in my classroom. And so I approached Trout Unlimited, who paid for all of my equipment and setup. I went up to the Bow Habitat Station for a little day of training and learned about setting up that equipment and how to get the environment in the tank proper so that you could sustain these rainbow trout. And then the eggs were delivered in January in their eyed egg phase, and from there we put them in the tank and followed all the protocol, and slowly together as a group we raised these into the small fry stage, and that's what we released today. I had hoped that they would be able to see some practice to go with the theory of our science curriculum. Right now we're in our unit on trees and forests, and they learn about things that depend on the forest and things the forest depends on, and ecosystems and food chains and life cycles, so a little bit about that. Also, we're always trying to find things that appeal to different groups of kids in our school. We're known for our fine arts program, we have a good athletics program, but there is still kids that don't necessarily fit into those. So when I decided to pursue the outdoor education, I also run an archery program at our school. I was hoping that I would be able to appeal to some of the kids that haven't quite found their place yet. And so some life skills for them, being able to go fishing and understand how to do it responsibly and with the proper ethics. And just working as a homeroom too is a nice bonding experience, and raising these trout and letting them go is almost symbolic to their year with me in grade 6, and we're letting them go on to grade 7, and hopefully they'll come back as mentors next year with my grade 6 kids when we do this process all over again. To do this, you need a fish research license issued by the government, and he's now issued me also a display license, so I've kept 2 of the bigger fish back at the classroom. One of the fellows I met through Trout Unlimited has donated a tank and some equipment, and so using that second tank I'm going to raise the 2 fish and continue to teach about them and life cycles and insect life cycles, and then we'll get the new eggs in January again, and we'll raise them again. And now that I've met Wendy and I'm learning more myself, I hope to continue with this program and make it even better, offer more in the fishing courses in terms of fly tying and life cycles and fly fishing, as well as the kids being able to go on blog sites and report on the fish and how it's doing, and that will tie into language arts and that journalism aspect and functional writing, which they need to do in grade 6. So hopefully it'll just get better and better, and I'll be able to continue to link it into our curriculum and even the new curriculum where we're looking to just have responsible citizens here that can help take care of a fishery right here in our city.